Welcome to St. Helens, Oregon. We're out here to do some vegan outreach. We're changing up the location a little bit here at the St. Helens waterfront. Can you guys let me know if, in the chat if you guys can hear my voice? What is up, Martin? Hey, Anna. Martin's always first. Well, not always, but. What's up, Steven? What's up, Enigma? Good to see so many vegans in the chat, ready to roll. Hey, Lambretta. Hey, Sabby. All right, we got the crew. NP is in. It's a dream team. Let's see, I'm just gonna raise my tripod a little. Okay, we can hear you. Awesome. It seems like a ghost town of cars. There's literally no one. We're changing up the location at the St. Helens waterfront today. They've finished doing a whole bunch of renovations, so it's a really beautiful waterfront. Lots of cool stuff they added. But we'll see. Maybe we'll have someone stop by soon. After I fix my tripod, because I set it up wrong. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm not really sure what the best spot is going to be down here as far as outreach. I'm probably going to move around a little bit and show you guys what it looks like. There's a cool tree. I grew up here in St. Helens, Oregon, so I'm very familiar with the downtown waterfront. It was a good stomping ground for me and my parkour team back in like 2011. Look at this. Bunch of terraces to jump and flip on. And they're supposed to build a new gazebo here eventually. But it's come a long ways. We don't have any signs today. Usually I'm carrying a sign around, but I'm going recon. No signs. Seems like a quiet place. It is generally a quiet place. It's not a place where we have traditionally seen like people doing protests on the streets. It's kind of a quiet, smaller town. But recently there's been quite a bit of people out there. A lot of Republicans against Trump protesting, which is kind of cool. I didn't know they could admit fault like that. It's a quiet place. Old architecture from the 1920s, or what is it? 1908 it says. Wow, there's not a single person here. Let's see here. Has anyone ever seen Halloween Town? It was on Disney way back in the day. They had like 3 different movies. Well, this is Halloween Town. Can you hear me? Muted, no sound. Dang, maybe I have to unplug it and plug it back in. How's the sound? Static. Dang, I just need to get a better USB-C splitter. Anna has one for me, I just haven't been able to make it up quite yet for outreach. Yep, St. Helens, Oregon. Welcome. Bad. We'll try again. Okay, how's that? Can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's see, can you hear me? Awesome, we're back. All right, that was technical difficulty. Once again, it just keeps getting unplugged. Yes, but only a little bit. Maybe if I set up 2 mics. I don't know if anyone watched, but the anti-animal use live stream from yesterday was killed. There was like kind of like 6 different people who said that they were willing to go plant-based until they watched the movie. They sound like they were totally serious about it. and rare for people to commit veganism, to make a switch like that. The right stuff, saying the right things. Awesome. Okay, I'm trying to set up a second mic here. See if it helps with the audio. Alright. Am I still not good? No! I might just have to go with the phone audio. Still good? Still not good? I am artificial intelligence, here to take over the world. Voice changer. Luke. See what happens. Toma arigato. Okay, moment of truth. How's the mic? Roll broccoli. A broccoli bot. Do I still sound robotic? Roll broccoli. Roll broccoli. Roll broccoli. There you go. There's literally no one. Maybe I should be at the churches on Sunday, protesting outside of there about the animals. Robo. Oh, come on. Come on. No mic. No people. How am I supposed to outreach? Still. Vegan. Robocop. You're dating yourself, Martin. Let's see here. All right. I think I increase the volume. Robo Brock still. It does. Oh, I can hear it on my phone. No, I see what you guys are saying. Where is the freaking camera? That's weird. My screen is black, but now you guys can hear me. Oh, that's echoing. I will get this. Eventually. Yeah, the audio is good, but my screen is right. Hold on. Okay. I think I may have gotten it. Is the audio working? Yes, audio is working. And it doesn't sound like a robot. Cool. My screen was just black. Like it wasn't showing the other side. I may have to change locations or something. Cheap mic. It works. Now what? Oh, there's some stuff I wanted to bring up in the chat about veganism and about the chickens. So let's see if I can find it. What's new? What do you guys want to talk about? We're waiting for someone to show up. I gotta be vigilant. For real, Sabby, there's no foot traffic right now. I mean, they're all like way too far away. Maybe if I went down to the waterfront, some people would walk by there. I like that idea. But first, let me pull up my notes. Okay, so I wanted to talk about an incident that happened in 2023 in Portland, and it's not the first of its kind, and I wish it was the last. A chicken truck crashed in June of 2023. A semi-truck carrying thousands of live chickens overturned on I-5 in Portland, Oregon. This tragic event shows, number one, that chickens are being treated as mere commodities, and number two, there's an urgent need for compassion and accountability in how our community treats all living beings. How can this be acceptable for them to treat? They're so desensitized. If you saw a truck full of dogs in small cages, full, like covered in feces, everyone would be furious. They'd be on headline news for cruelty. And for some reason, people are desensitized to think that chickens don't deserve moral consideration. I don't get it. But things are changing. I talked to one of my closest friends recently and asked him why he's not vegan. And he essentially said he's a picky person and there's a couple of things that he would struggle giving up. And I talked him into watching 3 Minutes with We the Free. And he was like, I'm actually really convinced to change out some of my products with more ethical options. And I was like, right on, you should, definitely. So I thought it was pretty cool that he was open about it. Audio is actually really, really good. Sweet. Hey guys, I'm doing a YouTube live. Do you have a couple minutes for an interview? You don't have to. It's about animals. No worries. Take care. So let's see. What else do I have? I just saved notes about stuff I want to talk about so I can clip it later. That's what I like about YouTube is that we can clip it and make reels out of our video later on. I don't know if any of you follow Cameron Waters, but right now he and Kip are both doing a water fast where they're drinking nothing but water, and kudos to them because that is a very difficult thing to do. Forty says, All right, now I've double tapped the screen and I'm subscribed and I've hit the heart button. Thank you so much, David. That's a baseline support. Let's go. What are they saying? Yep, so we're at the St. Helens waterfront. And by we, I mean I, because there's like no one else. It seems to be a ghost town. But we'll go on a walk. We'll go look at the water. Let me look at my notes and see if there's anything else I want to share. What's been on your mind recently, you guys, about veganism? You tops. You gotta tap harder. Make sure I'm not forgetting nothing. Welcome to my hometown. I don't know if I've ever really been down here where there's not a single other person. It's a little bit eerie. Creepy tree. Anyways, so what I was saying when the audio cut out earlier is there's supposedly Shanghai tunnels somewhere under St. Helens, but I've yet to find any evidence of them. Let's see. David says, "Hey Anna, you guys." Oh, it scrolled. You guys are 8 subs away from 500 on anti-animal use. Fan freaking tastic. Great stuff. Yeah, it is. Amazing. We're growing fast. I think it's true what David keeps preaching, that the YouTube algorithm really is trying to push vertical live streams. I think it is a great idea. Great platform. They added these concrete steps down here. I kind of like it. Well, you guys, it's never a failed outreach if I get to hang out with vegans, right? But there's not a single person down here. Nada. Lambretta says there was a sign on the train that said touching her without consent is abuse. Yeah, it applies to animals, no doubt. I saw someone was saying that their friend said the biggest grocery chain in Switzerland is actually promoting Veganuary. It makes me proud because I'm second generation Swiss immigrant. My grandpa lives in Switzerland. Sorry for the shaky camera. I hope audio doesn't go out. Eek. Okay. How are we doing? 21 people in the chat. Why are you guys even here? What are you doing? Trying to set something up. This looks like a good spot. We're doing handstands. You guys ready for handstands? If there's no one to talk to, I'll at least do some handstands. Although I'm kind of not warmed up. What's up, Anthem? Welcome in. We need more active vegans like you making the effort. Turn camera on and talk to people. Yeah, I absolutely understand why people don't. It takes a lot of, like, you know, commit. Oh, you guys can't hear me. The mic's over here. It takes a lot of commitment to come out here and commit to talking to the public. But it's something that we can easily do. The way that I'm kind of viewing it is like a job, because when you do a job, you're invested in someone other than you, and you're so dedicated that you show up every single day for an effort that is someone else's. Like, wouldn't you rather put that effort into your own beliefs? How are you going to change the world if you're just doing what other people tell you to do, and other people are psychopaths? They don't understand how to respect animals. Veganuary is speciesist. Oh, I see. I'm using this mic. I decided to ditch the big poofy mic and just go with this one because it's easy to hold. Ansem, are you saying Veganuary is speciesist because it promotes some animal products or something? I don't know if I've heard that stance about that yet. Okay. Let's see here. I want you guys to let me know in the chat if you know how to do a handstand. Can anyone do a handstand? Because we're about to learn how to do a handstand. You ready? Okay, so to do a handstand, you got to start in a lunge position. I'll take the mic off and clip it on my shirt. I used to be able to walk on my hands, but I ruined my wrists. That's fair. Too much too soon can definitely. You can stand on them. All right. Yeah, if you go like this, it helps do that to warm up a little and do it afterwards. And the more consistent you are with your handstands. But step one is you got to take two hands forward and you actually flip them upside down onto the floor like this. And then you can take your hands and stand on them like this. Okay, I'm joking. I used to work with kids, so bear with me here. Actually, you got to start in a lunge, which looks like this. There should be a straight line from your hand all the way down to your ankle right there, a lunge position. And then your hand's going to come down like this, and your foot's going to jump up a little. It's called a lunge kick. And that's the basis to a handstand. If you want to learn handstand, you got to go from here down to here and back down. I'm stepping back on that same leg I jumped off of. And then as I do it more and more, I can start trying to bring my feet higher and higher, always landing back on that same foot. All right? Does that make sense? Is anyone at home doing handstand right now? I'm not liable for your injuries, by the way. Here, I'll go this way. So what do we mean by moral baseline in veganism? Baseline? Oh, can't make it. That's pretty good. That was like a 20-second handstand. gym tonight to train. And I also haven't trained down here much since they changed all the waterfront. I should call my wife and tell her to bring the baby down here so we can jump on stuff. Let's see. Fueled by plants. Yeah, you don't need to kill animals to do. Ooh! I just found a jump. Let's go. Finding new jumps in my hometown. Jump from there, land on that handrail. Okay, you might want to close your eyes on this one if you're still in here, Sabby, since it freaks you out. I'm gonna do a running jump to a handrail. And maybe a flip. Handrail. I think, I have an idea, Anna. What if we got a Hatters in? What a weirdo. Guys, we came out here to do some vegan outreach, but there's not a single person down here. Literally. So we're training parkour. Like any reasonable child would do. Okay. Always check your surfaces. This is like the perfect little running jump. I'm just drying the handrail with my gloves. Well, I forgot to mention a disclaimer on my YouTube channel. There's never expectations. Sometimes if I'm supposed to stream and I don't show up, it's because either I didn't want to or I couldn't. So, by the way, I'm not reliable. Not liable, not reliable. So, here we are, doing parkour. Okay, let's see. Well, that's the easy jump. I just gotta jump reverse first. Nice. I just don't like the galvanized rails. They're a little bit more slick. Dangerous. They're a little more slick. Okay, that's it. Easy peasy. One, two, three. I would rather do it from standing. It's right at that distance where it takes a little bit of effort, a bit of commitment. Hi. I'll just feel it out. I'm not jumping to the rail yet. I'm just going to experiment with it. Oh, that's a big one for another day. Hi. Well, I came down here originally to do some outreach to talk to people. Do you have a couple minutes for an interview? We're talking about the animals. I'm doing a YouTube live stream. You mind being on it?
I'm not sure.
It'll take about 3 minutes. I just want to talk about animals in relation to ethics.
Oh, okay.
Okay, awesome.
I like animals.
Yeah, I like animals too. So let's see. I'll just hold this mic out here. We changed locations up and came down here today, and usually we're in front of Safeway. What I do is I ask people if they believe that animals deserve respect.
Oh, yes.
Right. Do you think that animals are people?
Are people?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're people, but I know they need love and respect,
Of course. Right. Love and
and
respect.
safe shelter, healthy food,
Absolutely.
water, safe
Right.
water.
Right. In a sense, I see it as our responsibility because we're stronger than them, right? So we're kind of their stewards to look over them,
Right.
right?
I agree. And yeah, because and we outnumber them.
Right.
We outnumber them, and people who are abusive. It's like the animals are just trapped. It's like animals can't vote,
Right.
and they don't have any weapons. And I think the only time they ever harm anybody is if they've been attacked or their
Right.
babies have been attacked.
Right. Yeah, I would say it's even discrimination because I do see them as people. They're most certainly individuals.
Yeah.
But so, and I'm not trying to catch you up when I ask you this next question, but how do you feel about the animals that we exploit for food, clothing, and entertainment?
I think it's horrible.
You think
I
it's
think it's
horrible?
cruel.
You think it's cruel?
Yeah. They can't defend themselves.
Right.
I'm vegan.
Oh,
So,
you're vegan?
yeah.
Oh, cool. That's what I'm out here for.
Oh, great.
That was the most unexpected response. In St. Helens too.
Oh, really?
Wow. Well, cool. So then I guess my question would be, do you see yourself in a privileged position over the animals?
Yes.
Do you see yourself in a privileged position knowing what you know about the animals and being vegan?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you
I've
feel
I've done some animal rescue.
cool? Animal rescue.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's see. Right now we have 13 people in the chat, and they're probably all vegans.
Okay.
I've got
Great.
a bunch of people that support me in this, and well, it's cool to run into another vegan. I guess
Yeah.
that's that. I would definitely encourage you to speak up. Do what you can, for the animals. However, I can encourage you to do more
Okay.
for the
Yes.
animals.
Yeah. Whenever they have a vote, on the ballot for helping the animals out in some way, or no kill shelters and things like that. That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. And there's a lot of organizations that rescue domestic animals as well as wildlife.
Right.
So I think they're wonderful. And I've
Yeah.
donated to them too.
Cool.
And I've rescued feral cats
Oh,
and
cool.
found them homes
Yeah.
or shelter.
Right. I
Um,
can't help it either especially when a cat starts coming around and starts becoming your friend and you know who they are.
yeah, or even the frightened ones, because I lived in this apartment complex that had a um, big area around it. Everything was like one story buildings, because it used to be, I think, for senior citizens at one time and got converted to apartments.
Hmm.
And anyway, when people ran out of money for whatever reason, they just let their cats go.
Right.
And if you don't rescue them within a couple of months, they just get frightened of people.
Yeah.
And
It's freezing out there. They don't know how to survive out there.
yeah, they're used to canned food or food out of a bag, and they have to search for themselves, and then they have competition with other cats who are also homeless.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think there's the number one conversation around veganism is obviously food. That's what people think veganism is about, food.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's a lot bigger than that. Um, but
it helps out the planet.
yeah, but I'm grateful to hear that you're thinking of all these other ways that we can respect the animals and we can change people's minds. And not view them as resources.
Right, because we don't need as much protein as people are getting
We
from
don't.
eating meat.
No, the United States eats twice the amount which we actually need. And a lot of other countries eat significantly less, and they still have bodybuilders. The biggest animals are are herbivores. The biggest animal in history was like a big giant bronchiosaurus or something.
Yeah, and then I think it's let's see, gorillas and rhinoceroses and
Hmm.
hippopotamus. I think they're all vegan, or if they eat anything that's similar to another animal, it's probably insects.
Right. Yeah. How did we
So
get here?
yeah,
Who's doing this?
and then also with the food the way it is, it's manufactured so much. It's got hormones and pesticides in it and
Yeah.
all that. So it's not even healthy for you.
Right.
And too much protein damages your kidneys, I think. So it
Yeah.
damages your
I'm
body.
sure. I mean, with the excess, I've heard you have to burn it off so it doesn't just go straight to your muscle. You don't just get stronger because you're eating more protein.
Yeah.
Um,
And a lot of the bodybuilders are discovering that too. So I know there's vegan bodybuilders.
did you hear about RFK's new dropped a new food pyramid?
No.
Yeah, it's basically flipped upside down. He's putting red meats as a primary source of protein for people, and that's criminal in my eyes because there's enough science behind that to know that it's going to support cancer.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been whole food plant based for several years now.
Cool.
So and it's helped me out. It's helped me with my health. My eyesight improved.
Oh, cool. That's a new
So
one.
yeah, it's because the only place where you're going to get cholesterol is from animal
Right. No
protein.
cholesterol.
There's no cholesterol in plants. So
Right. And no fiber in meat.
right,
We could go on, but saying it as a primary source, I don't know what's happening. It's
yeah,
crazy.
and I think they've even shown that red meat is precursor for cancer.
It is. The China study was one of the biggest case study in history, which a bunch of nutritionists picked up, and they found a link between animal products and cancer. And they found they were able to turn cancer cells on and off with rats
Oh
using
yeah,
animal-based products.
yeah, I read about that.
Yeah.
And they're I think the main cancer, one of the main cancer sources was from milk, of all things.
Yeah. I, I wouldn't doubt it. I know that it's not natural to drink milk. I mean, cow's milk.
Right. It's good for the cows, but not for the humans.
Right, and it's designed for the cows. They have four stomachs. They're huge creatures, and it clearly causes disease or causes health issues with us if we consume it. But my main goal with veganism, I try my best to not talk about health because
Okay.
I think it detracts from the topic. People think that that veganism is about health,
Mhm.
but that's so egocentric. It's about the animals.
Yeah, they need love. They need a safe place to live and
Right.
healthy food and water
Oh, maybe
and I think even to be careful. Humans need to be more careful about the fires, their cigarettes or whatever or when they go camping
definitely.
out in the forest, so we can reduce the wildfires and because a lot of animals lose their homes.
Right. Yeah, I heard that something like 14% of the animals on Earth are wild animals.
Wow, that's not very much.
There's I don't know if you know this. There's around 8 billion humans on the planet,
Mhm.
and for those 8 billion, we kill, not counting the sea creatures, just land creatures, more than 90 billion every single year for optional products,
Yeah.
and it's more death than the Earth has ever seen before. It's we're paying people to go in and kill more than any human has ever done before and expect to go home to their family and feed their children body parts.
Yeah.
It's
it's it's heartbreaking.
it is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But there's hope. You give me hope. I appreciate you being vegan.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're vegan too, and all your supporters too.
Yeah, vegans. Let's go vegan.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping.
Thank you.
That was awesome. this running jump. What do you guys think? It's a great conversation. I was literally gonna react quick. The conversation is interesting. Some constructive feedback, however, your camera is changing exposure constantly between underexposed and overexposed, and it's very distracting. Maybe I can turn auto off somehow. Okay. Um, well, I found a fun running jump to come back to one day. I'm gonna keep walking around, maybe change locations. What are the odds that I run into a vegan? What are the odds of that? I should have asked if she does daycare. I want to find someone who can do daycare for us. But I don't trust non-vegans. Not any more than I can throw them. It's because the sun was behind you. That makes sense. Grab my beanie. RFK is playing right into the minds of so many Americans, just what they wanted to hear. I know, right? It's like validating the violence, validating what they want is that meat to be healthy, and it's just not true. Yeah, Sabby, it is near impossible. Right now, we found a daycare center, but we basically just hand the we give them all the milk that she needs, so we know that she's eating vegan. Hello, I'm doing a YouTube live. Do you have a couple minutes for a interview? We're talking about the animals and ethics. Okay. Have a good day. Let's see. Vegan for the animals. This bag is from Wildwood Sanctuary. Let's go. Right, I think we might be changing locations here. Thanks you guys for being here. Kind of just a vegan hangout, I suppose. At this point, I've done one interview, and it was a vegan. I never know what to say when it's a vegan. I'm like, my tripod, if you turn it to the left, it will literally unscrew from the top of it. So I have to rotate it like that and make you all dizzy. Oh, what's up, Vegan M? She says, gosh, I used to work in daycare until COVID, but I'm in Michigan. It would be super dope to babysit a vegan baby, right? Sorry I don't chime in too much. I'm always doing housework while I watch everyone's live streams. Right on. Well, that's support. We appreciate support. There's it's are you doing enough for the animals is a fair question to ask, and I think it's going to be impossible to really know because we might be past the point of no return already, if that makes sense. Like I wonder if our actions right now are the actions that save us from destruction as a species on the earth or whatever. What time is it? It's 1:49. Live stream where it's like just parkour people trying to challenge ourselves with new tricks. Not today, but a different day. We gotta come train here more. The Ninja Warrior one day. I get that one a lot. Actually, I have a couple of friends who have done Ninja Warrior, and one of them said when he did it, they kept panning the camera across the audience, but the audience wasn't actually in then. They added it in later. So it was clear that it was a little bit of a fabrication, because at the end of the day, Ninja Warrior is not just a competition, it's also a game show. So they need some theatrical aspect to it. Otherwise, it's not really going to sell. And I'm also not a big fan of competing, like Daylin says. Just never really wanted to compete very much. Never wanted to win, you know. This is what I've been snacking on lately. It's a little almond butter pack. They're convenient. You just put them in your pocket and it gets warmed up. You go like this. "21 likes. Sweet." I think this really depends highly on the location, but oftentimes the places where you see most people in St. Helens are where there's food. And where there's food, there is cognitive dissonance on a certain topic. Maybe I could... A different day of the week would probably be better, honestly. What's up, Fly Cincy? Welcome in. We are in my hometown, St. Helens, Oregon. That is the courthouse from Halloween Town, if you've ever seen it. Actually, look, I'm wearing a Halloween Town shirt. Halloween Town. 1998. I guess when that film came out. Wow. I guess I'm dating myself here. It says, "We're being normal is vastly overrated." It's just a Portland knockoff. And also, part of the Twilight series was filmed here too. So we have like a big Halloween events happening. Well, what are we gonna do? Walk around? Just wait, you guys. In 3 years, when I do my outreach, I'll have a little broccolini following me around. She'll be the youngest vegan outreacher ever. I think that'd be awesome to have a AV style child outreacher. Okay, I have a question, you guys. Is there an American version of Dominion? Because I always feel like I should be sharing something that's more relevant to Americans. Vegan kid activist who can outreach the non-vegan kids. Yeah, just talk them on common sense. They're like, you know, they kill those things. You know, that's a body part. America is 2 closed doors. Yeah, it's been a lot of systematic brainwashing by forces of evil who want to oppress. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the back of the courthouse here and the secrets of how I know there were once Shanghai tunnels. The courthouse. I agree, Dalen. She would be very cute helping out. Let's see here. So this is the back side of the courthouse. So the rumor was along the Columbia River, there were shipping, big giant shipping crews who would come through and illegally traffic adult men out to sea for free labor. And they called it Shanghaiing. It was common along a lot of these western cities and some of the eastern cities in the United States as well that were close to the ocean or close to the river that led out there. Yeah, and I don't remember what years it happened, but feels like it was not, like it was too soon for people to have expected that to be moral. And now on the back side of the courthouse here, we have this wooden thing. You see this wooden thing here? A big giant wooden panel that covers up the entire side of it. What could be behind that? Any guesses? Well, if we look closely, we can see, oh, it's flipping sideways. I don't want it to flip sideways. Okay, bear with me. I got to shorten the tripod. I think most people don't know about this. It's basically some cinder blocks where they patched up the old Shanghai tunnel entrance. Okay, so let's see. And it says, seems to be a theme over here in the Pacific Northwest to get Shanghaied back in the day. Yeah. Okay, let's see. So, not the angle, but can you see over here? It's the old style of brick, the dark brick. And over here, we got cinder bricks. Well, I don't know if I can take my camera off of this quickly. Maybe. Trying to show you underneath. Creepy. Creepy. Big giant wooden wall that is built over the facade of this to hide the cinder brick section. That's what I think. Because it's the only part that has cinder bricks. And actually, not to freak you out here, but there's a little hole in it. We got some grandmas up here watching us. Okay, let's see. See that hole? I think I'm gonna see in there a little bit. A page where he did paranormal investigations, and it's called Paranormal Parkour. Well, that's all we're gonna get. We got Shanghai tunnels. Evil. And the craziest thing about the Shanghai tunnels in Portland is that they are actually the foundation of Portland. Portland was built on these tunnels. So the architects of the city said the first thing we need to build are secret underground tunnels. I mean, the city was built on top of that. So it definitely leads to a lot of questions. Human trafficking and drug trafficking in the Prohibition era. Oh, I got quiet. Your audio was quiet because I'm ADHD. I forgot the mic. Okay, so yeah, anyway, Shanghai tunnels. Pretty cool, huh? Sound is choppy. No, what I do? I did. There we go. I think I figured out what the error was. How's audio? Or broccoli. Anyways, Shanghai tunnel secrets. Didn't want you to know about. Pretty cool. That's why they want to hide the tunnels. They should have left them and done tours. Yeah, there was one company that was doing tours out of the one section that they allowed, but they cut them off and they said you're not allowed to do this anymore for some reason. And I've never been. I want to see the Shanghai tunnels in Portland. They're also in Pendleton, Astoria. They're in San Francisco. They're like all over the place. Every major city seems to. Every major city, and that's what's weird, about the ones in Portland. Like it's almost like they're trying to hide it. Like the history is not well known, and then they don't let tours happen. It makes me think: are they still using these tunnels? Like what else could they be smuggling down there if people didn't know those tunnels exist? Secret underground tunnels, or maybe it's for like politicians or celebrities, and they keep it secret. Look at this beautiful tree. And it says, "Hells yeah, it would be cool to see them and all the similarities and the differences, yeah, and try to figure it out." And I really want to find some evidence of them here, but it's just rumors. Ducking autocorrect. Yep, quiet town, quiet day. I guess we'll just walk around for a little bit and then I'm gonna head home. And that'll be the stream for today. The downtown area in my town has underground tunnels that go under the streets and connect buildings. Exactly. That's interesting, Stefan. That's like every major city seems to have those, the same exact underground secret tunnel system. Makes you wonder why. I think it has something to do with like a hidden history and previous architecture, which maybe they didn't want us to know about, like a ancient America. Prohibition as well. But I mean, if it's just prohibition, why would they still keep it? Maybe it's just the simple fact that it's unsafe to be a tourist. Like it's not safe to bring people underground where it's sketchy like that. I'm walking up to the main street to show you guys what's going on over here. So this is the Columbia Theater. If you remember from Halloween Town, it's a pretty cool small town. Ooh, and there's ghosts here. We're gonna go down here. Oh, it's creepy. If you guys want to see ghost hunts here, look up paranormal parkour. He's doing some cool stuff. It's my friend Josh. See what carrying flowers? It's creepy. Let's see. The campus in my town has miles of tunnels under it. That's so interesting. Everywhere is deserted. Even if the figure wasn't there, spaces like that between buildings creeps me out. Yeah, yeah, it creeps me out too. Except in St. Helens, I feel like um, it's just like I don't know. Everyone knows each other. I think things are less scary in a small town or something like that. Maybe I'm just not a scared person. Audio cutting that. All right, how's the audio? Halloween Ghost Town. I know, right? They're all dead or invisible. Magnolia. And cutting out. Good enough. I'm gonna be able to fix it. How's that? Yeah, audio out of sync. Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Microphone test. Audio is out of sync. Okay, I think it's working. Can you hear me? Oh, robot. I don't know why it keeps doing that. get a brand name one instead of doing this off-brand full aim. Testing 1, 2, 3. Still robot. Top says back in sync. Welcome back. Is the audio working? What's up, Lewis? Welcome in. We are in St. Helens, Oregon. Came out for some vegan outreach and have failed miserably. We've had one conversation and they were vegan. So, as far as reach, I'm dropping the ball here, but it's all good. I'm going to do some flips. Your audio is terrible. Yeah, Lewis. My audio is terrible. His audio is still robotic. And it says, it was a great combo, though I bet she considers getting active. I hope so. I was hoping I could dare to be more active, though I'm not sure what that means for everyone. Like, so I wish I could tell people how to get active, but I don't know what exactly people need to do because it depends on their skill set. How's that on the microphone? Let's see, microphone test. 1, 2, 3. Still robotic. Dang, I don't know if I can change it. I think we have a choice. Yes, Lewis. It's the microphone. It's making me into broccoli or something. But oh well. Bad audio. I'll have to live with it. I'm gonna do a flip. if the mic works from that far away. I'm doing a Kong front flip. Woo. Change the angle. The camera angle on this is so shallow that I have to move it like 30 feet away to be able to see the line. It's a dead area. I'm not coming back here next week. That's for sure. Yeah, we need a fundraise so all anti-ammo use group members can have working mics, their own outreach. That would be great. It might take some time though. I don't mind spending some money. Like, we don't have a lot of mics. Like, they're like $120 was the cheap version. So, you know. This is nostalgic for me. You guys must be bored to be hanging out in this live stream. It's kind of diluted. It's no longer about the animals. Instead about the vegans. Let's go. I don't know if that was on camera. Did a little double comp. Kind of visible. Nice. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just bored, you guys. Here's all my. What's going on in the chat? It's Jason. What's up, Jason? Yikes. Jason says yikes. Yikes indeed. Easy. Woo. Let's see. Fly Sensi says what's holding me back. Damn, Daniel. Well, you guys, come over here and see if there's a miracle. We might have one more interview or not. Doesn't look like it. Let's see. A dolphin. Jason says I moved one domain to Namecheap. Must be talking about websites. Do you know you can make a free website with Google now? Just in your Google Docs. I think it's awesome. Well, I think we're about ready to call it. There's no one around. I'll do one more backflip and then call it for the day. Last backflip of the day. All right, I'm calling it. So next week I'm going to change locations up. We'll try somewhere else. See if we get some more interactions. But thank you, vegans, for being in here, listening to our conversation. Kind of just a vegan hangout at this point. But I appreciate y'all and your efforts. Remember, you only have your perspective. You don't have the animal's perspective. And if you could, then you'd probably do more. It's unimaginable. Love you all. Live vegan. Thanks you all for being here. Take care and peace.